Yes, what's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel, and this is the big one. This is another one. The transfer window was just closed recently, the other day, and I think the biggest question is Ruben Amorim backed enough? We finished position 15 last season, the worst ever position we've ever finished in the history of Man United in the Premier League. Ruben Amorim was a coach coming in 6 months uh, into the season, but he was saying, let me come till this summer. The summer that was just concluded the other day also. But Man United said it's now or never. And then Ruben Amorim he couldn't let the opportunity pass. And he came, and you all know we suffered enough. But now it's time to start a good record, because Ruben Amorim has had the worst record as a Man United manager. We're talking about 29 games, 7 wins, or rather 6 wins, a couple of draws and many losses. That's not good at all. And so this was the transfer window that was supposed to make a change, was supposed to help Amorim. The Man United board was supposed to back the manager, and that's why we're asking, is Man United, is Ruben Amorim backed enough? Because we had 3 positions that was mandatory to sign, that we had to sign a player with. It was a must. The goalkeeper's position, the striker's position, and the midfielder's position, because those are some of the areas we needed new changes and new recruitments. And we've signed the goalkeeper, we've signed Cisco. Goalkeeper Laments, it's a young Belgian, 23-year-old, I think. Man United opted for him rather than Martinez, who is a more experienced, Premier League proven, because they're so obsessed with the future project, and they believe this young Belgian goalkeeper is going to be a long-term project, which is okay. I don't have any distinctions or rather any contradictions to that, but how much time are we going to need to compete for top 4? Because this is a season we have to get to Europe. We've already been knocked out of the Carabao Cup, and we're now left with 2 trophies. That's the Premier League, which we're going to win it, I don't know, and the FA Cup. That can be a way to a European sport, even if it's not the top 4 for Champions League. And so we want to analyze the signings that were made and answer the question. By now, you might have already had your answer, if at all Man United has backed Ruben Amorim enough, and if at all Ruben Amorim is good to go for the new season. So the transfer window, we had outgoings, we had incomings. I'll start with the outgoings, where we had Rashford, who left on loan, season-long loan. Højlund also on loan. But Rashford, there's an option to buy for around 30 million fee, I think. And also we have Anthony on a permanent deal to Real Betis. We have Garnacho on a permanent deal also to Chelsea. And then Collier on loan, Sancho on loan. Sancho has been so stubborn, but Man United have an option to activate the option to extend the contract to 2027, so that he doesn't leave on a free. We don't want a Sancho living on a free, because we have to cash in. We have to cash in on Sancho. Yeah, it's a must. So incomings, we have Mbumo, Cunha, Cisco, Leon, and of course Lamens, the most recent one. So based on those incomings and outgoings, so let's focus more on the incomes, because this is how we're going to assess whether Ruben Amorim was backed enough, or rather it was partly backed. And I think by now you must have known that Ruben Amorim was partly backed, because one of the problems that we had last season was in the midfield. We had a shitty midfield, and we had to make changes in that midfield. Earlier on, we were linked with Baleba, but didn't go as planned, because Breton were considering him not for sale. Late on, just before the transfer window was closed, Man United was also linked with Gallagher. They made an approach to Atletico Madrid on the inquiries about Gallagher, whether he can move to Man United on a loan. But Atletico Madrid understood that they wanted permanent transfer, and that's not what Man United was ready to offer. And so we had to miss on the opportunity. So we ended up not signing a midfield position. That's where the problem begins, because Ruben Amorim is not backed enough, because lack of a midfielder is what led to Ruben Amorim playing players out of position. Number one, we have a lot of number 10s in the team. We have Amad Diallo, we have Bruno Fernandes, we have Mason Mount, who has been proving to be good. Ruben Amorim likes him a lot. We also have Bruno Fernandes, the newly signed Cunha and Mbumo are also number 10. So players are being played out of position. Recently, Amorim said Mainu has to debate. He has to rival Bruno Fernandes for a space in the team, and which I think that was not also wise of Ruben Amorim, because number one, they don't even play the same position. So I don't know what Ruben Amorim was thinking when he was saying that statement. But it's upon Ruben Amorim. He'll be forced to use whatever he has, because now we were not able to sign a midfielder. Hopefully, we'll be able to sign the midfielder in the upcoming transfer window for January. Hopefully. Who knows? Only God knows how we're going to fare within this period of time before January, the Premier League games that we have. After the international break, we have Man City, we have Chelsea. So it's blockbuster. We're really going to have it hard, because we know where the problem is and we've not solved the problem. The incomings, I'd say Mbumo is the one looking most likely to score a lot of goals. Cunha has just had an injury, but I believe sources around say that it's not serious. He may feature in the Man City game, he may not, but he'll be in the Chelsea game. I think that one, the attacking options were well to go, but we still have a problem in terms of the final product. We are creating a lot of chances. Against Arsenal, we had 20 plus shots. Against Burnley, we had 20 plus shots. But the final part, the ball can just get in the back of the net. So it's also another problem that we have if you leave alone the midfield problem. But I think the midfield problem is the biggest problem of Man United right now, because a lot of games we've lost basically because of the midfield problem. So Ruben Amorim will be forced to use whatever it has. So I don't know which combination do you think is the best for Amorim to use. We have Casemiro, Ugarte pivot. We have Casemiro, Maino pivot. We have Bruno, Casemiro pivot. We have Bruno, Maino pivot. We have Bruno, Ugarte pivot, etc. So he has to pick just the right option, but I don't see him benching Bruno. I don't see him benching Ahmad. So at some point, he'll just have to put players out of position. But let's see how it goes. But I'd say Ruben Amorim is not fully backed, and let's not be ready for immediate change. I fear we might still have the old habits back at some point. But let's trust in Ruben Amorim and let's see how it goes. See you in the next video. Remember to subscribe, like, and share if you want. Yeah. Thank you.